is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. Cannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Sarah Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. From the pot, Charleroi looks to finish off a perfect regular season here this evening on MVI Live, as it's the Charleroi Cougars, the Mount Pleasant Vikings, second time this season. These two teams go at it here on the network as Charleroi takes on Mount Pleasant. 4-2 victors earlier this year were the Cougars when they hit the road up to Mount Pleasant. Charleroi bumping back up to 2A after a couple of successful years down in 1A, making a couple of district championship games, losing both of them last year in overtime to the Bentworth Bearcats. They would eventually go on to beat their section rival Bentworth in the PIAA semifinals before falling in the PIAA championship. A lot of talent gone from that team last year, but a lot of talent back on this year's team, and it has shown for the Charleroi Cougars. Of course, you lost Arlo McIntyre, Bryce Large, both playing college soccer now at Penn State Barron, and Pitt Greensburg, and then you lost your starting goaltender Nate Mazon. But again, the Charleroi Cougars 14-0, 13-0 inside of section play, taking on the 12-5, 11-2 Mount Pleasant Vikings. One of those two section losses did come to the Charleroi Cougars earlier this season, as Charleroi beat Mount Pleasant by a 4-2 final earlier this year, as they hope history repeats itself, and they hope for the perfect regular season. Brackets released tomorrow, as Charleroi expected for a home game maybe next Monday. Hearing some possibilities of Saturday games as well, so we'll see kind of where that ticket falls. Do we start the playoff Saturday? Do we start the Monday? Volleyball will start Monday as well, so it's that time of year as we get set for the WPIAL postseason. As fall sports, it's coming to a quick end, as football entering its penultimate week of the regular season. Of course, as we mentioned, soccer in its final regular season play date, and maybe by the weekend we're starting district playoff play. 4-2 victory, first time for the Charleroi Cougars. These two teams also met back in 2021. The Cougars shut out the Mount Pleasant Vikings 10-0 and 7-0. Last win for Mount Pleasant came back in 2020 here at Charleroi. It was a 1-0 victory for the Mount Pleasant Vikings, splitting the season series. Charleroi has won the last 3 and 4 of the last 5, 4-2, 7-0, 10-0, and 2-1. They lost the other one 1-0 to the Mount Pleasant Vikings, moving down from 3A to 2A. Charleroi jumping up from 1A to 2A, as Charleroi 22-2 last year, 10-0 in the WPIAL in their section. Last year, Mount Pleasant 13-5, 12-2, lost in the first round to Keystone Oaks. 3 straight first-round exits for the Mount Pleasant Vikings in the WPIAL playoffs. Last playoff win back in 2020, they beat the Borough Buccaneers 3-1. Then they beat North Catholic in the quarters 2-1 before losing to Deer Lake 7-1 in the semifinals. 4 straight playoff appearances for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. As Charleroi, they've won 6 of the last 7. This will be 7 of 8 section championships, as they made the semis in 2019 and the last 3 years. They have won 23, going for 24 in a row, straight section games. Last loss came to Greensburg Central Catholic in their final section game back in that 2022 campaign, as the starting lineups, Tyke Schneider along with Grant Zaropski will get the start for Mount Pleasant. Joining them, Aiden Gross and Gavin Rummel, along with Damian Oler. Grayson Gardner in the cage, along with Mount Pleasant's Jarrett Garn and Caden Pickens. Rounding out the final two for the Vikings will be Aiden Johnson and Bryce Gamble. Ty Kurtz also starting for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. As Charleroi on the other side of things, it's going to be Gage Patterson, Landon Barkus, along with Blake Pendo, Ethan Hartley, Dylan Klinger, Max Burkholder, Declan Carter, Luke Mazon, Otis McIntyre. In goal will be Mikey Lee. As Mount Pleasant, Grayson Gardner in goal. Gardner 10-4 on the season, 6 shutouts, a 1.68 goals against average. He has made 44 saves on the season. As again, Charleroi and Mount Pleasant for the second time this season get set to get underway here on MVI Live. 4-2 Charleroi in the first meeting. Charleroi hasn't been in that many close games this year. It's kind of been taking care of business all year long. As the Charleroi Cougars, you look at their schedule: 7-0, 6-4, 7-1, 7-0, 8-2, 5-0, 11-0, 4-2. That was against Mount Pleasant. 8-2, 5-0, 15-0, 7-1, 9-3, and 11-1. 2 games Charleroi has won by 2 goals. Everything else has been 5 or more, if my math does not fail me here. So 2 games they won by 2 goals. Every other game they've won by 5 or more goals here this season. As that was 5-0 versus Waynesburg Central, 5-0 versus Waynesburg Central. The other 2 5-goal differentials on the other side. Mount Pleasant 70 goal for 24 against, plus 46, 8 shutouts, and a 4.1 goals per game average, 1.4 goals against per game. Charleroi 110 for 16 against, plus 94, 6 shutouts, 7.8 goals per game, and 1.1 against for the Charleroi Cougars. Again, Mikey Lee getting the start in goal today, and joining them out for the Charleroi Cougars will be Landon Barkus, Dylan Klinger, along with Blake Pendo, Otis McIntyre, Gage Patterson, along with Burkholder, Declan Carter, Luke Mazon, Otis McIntyre, and Caleb Amoroso. As we get set to get underway, we'll take a break, come back, get underway right here from Charleroi High School. It's a battle in the pot between the Vikings and the Cougars on MVI Live, powered by Planet Roof.
Bronziato Tanning Salon in Monessen is open 5 days a week and is redefining the tanning experience. With gold, silver, and bronze tanning beds at Bronziato, we have something for everyone. Schedule your appointment today online at bronziatotanningsalon.com or give us a call at 724-322-4451. Bronziato Tanning Salon, come get your glow on. Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs, because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com. For all your real estate needs, call Howard Hanna agent Maurice Lagus at 724-797-3681. With 24-plus years of superior service and work ethic, Maurice Lagus is a President's Club member, nationally ranked and an award-winning agent. Contact Marie today on her cell at 724-797-3681 or at the office at 724-929-9699 and see what she can do for you. At Primzo Rentals and Indoor Storage, we offer a state-of-the-art facility with the best customer service around. When you rent from us, you'll have 24-hour access to your belongings, and with a variety of units available, we have something for everyone. Give us a call at 412-980-4272 or book online at primzorentals.com. Primzo Rentals and Indoor Storage, all the convenience and security you need. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. The right brands, price, and advice since 1946. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress is the Mon Valley's choice for selection, service, and savings for over 75 years. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. You're going to like us a lot. We guarantee it.
Back here from the pod, it's WPIL 2A Section 4 Soccer on MVI Live. Charleroi taking on Mount Pleasant here this evening. Charleroi trying to finish off the regular season perfect. Originally a rematch scheduled for tomorrow between the Bentworth Bearcats and the Charleroi Cougars. That game was canceled again. It will be bracket day tomorrow. Again, come playoff times, we will flip over to our partners in NFHS and help bring you still coverage still of Mon Valley Athletics just on the NFHS network once the WPIL postseason rolls along. Appreciate you joining us though all season long here on YouTube, on our YouTube page, and we'll continue to do that the rest of the regular football season and of course into next season when it comes to basketball and hockey, but we'll be switching over again to NFHS Network come playoff time inside the WPIO, and that could start as early as Saturday with soccer, and then definitely by Monday we'll be full swing between volleyball and soccer over on MVI Live's coverage of the WPIO postseason on the NFHS Network. But still, MVI Live's coverage rolls on here on MVI Live. Final regular season soccer game, final non-regular season football game here this fall on MVI Live. Finished up our regular season volleyball slate last night at Sarah Catholic, and our regular season soccer slate comes to an end here this evening. And 2 football games this weekend. Southmoreland hits the road to Elizabeth Forward. We'll have coverage of that on Friday night, and then Clareton Riverview on Saturday, and possibly more as we will see as we get set to get underway, and everyone's going to switch sides. So quick flip across, and Charleroi in the home Reds, black trim, white numerals, as they will go left to right. It's the road whites for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings as we get set to get underway here on MVI Live. First touch will belong to Charleroi as Dylan Klinger gets set to send this match underway here this evening on MVI Live. As underway here from the pot, Otis McIntyre make that Amoroso drops one back near side as Charleroi clears one into space. Ethan Hartley looking to run it down as first touch there knocked back out of bounds as the outside backer Caden Pickens with the denial. Throw in deep in, that's going to be Landon Barkus. As Barkus will now give way, Ethan Hartley into the Charleroi end zone, headed back away as McIntyre touch back up top, deflected near side, pass Amoroso, right foot along by Aiden Johnson. Johnson leaves it along in the middle, drop back, one touch along Barkus, now sends it back to the 50-yard line. Amoroso swings it far side. Here in the opening minutes, scoreless game between the Cougars and the Vikings is a long-range drive off the foot of Luke Mazon, sails out on the left side. Throw in Charleroi far side of the field as that one lofted back along. Drop down and take him back the other way. Amoroso stops the Vikings in their track. As Mount Pleasant looks to counter back the other way. Ball pops far side, now taken over by the left side backer of the Cougars. As unsuccessful, Charleroi cannot clear. Sent back to the far side, 30, driven down the left side, knocked back down in the middle. Amoroso lets it go by. As back the other way in space, trying to run it down. Ethan Hartley. Hartley centering feed. Right foot, Barkis. Barkis can't get the shot away. As Barkis, a grade A opportunity, could not pull the trigger. And a goal kick coming here for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Right foot down the near side hash mark, headed back along. That's by Aiden Johnson. Now right side, the Vikings take back over 37-25 and rolling here in the opening half. Into space, near side, right foot skitters out of bounds off the leg of Jared Garn. Garn, the senior, 5 goals on the season. Aiden Johnson leads all scorers, 18 goals, 8 assists. As it's our first corner of the game, it belongs to the Vikings of Mount Pleasant. As Mount Pleasant with the far side corner. Top of the box, Amoroso knocks it down, clears it away, is back the other way. It was Klinger looking to counter. Headed back, that's by Johnson. There's a Cougar down on the far side. Hash mark, Charleroi trying to vacate their own end as the outside backer, that's Maison, down for Charleroi, is back the other way. The Cougars, Hartley looks to counter. Hartley down the right side as retrieving back pressure is Caden Pickens. And throw in coming for the Cougars in the near side corner. Ethan Hartley here with 36-15 remaining opening half. Tosses one off a Viking leg. As overran was Amoroso. Now back in the middle, pressuring there. That was Gage Patterson. Amoroso knocked back down at the 20. Now Patterson pops it left side, looking over at Charleroi's McIntyre. Third McIntyre to come through this Charleroi program. Of course, Eben holds about every Charleroi soccer record. Then Arlo, who graduated last year, as Barkis or make it Klinger near side off the deflection. And Charleroi earns their first corner attempt of the evening. Hartley will do the honors right behind that sign that you can't see. Hartley, who drills one on the ground, one touch middle, as Landon Barkis has it on the near side. Barkis off a body to flex back down, cleared back along and out by Bryce Gamble. As last touch by Patterson, out of bounds, throw in Johnson on the near side. Johnson tosses it down past the foot of Ethan Hartley. Johnson, one touch along. Pop back up near side, headed up and over Blake Pendle, the freshman. Amoroso now off to Barkis. Landon Barkis stops up. One of the Cougar captains drops it back. Now right up the near side off the hop. Taken by Hartley. Gamble recovers. As driven back the other way by Caden Pickens. Pressure takeaway is trying to work back free. On the far side is Brock Henderson. Henderson doubles back. Amoroso joins in as Amoroso out towards McIntyre, away from Odison, out with 34-15 remaining here in the opening half. As ball sent back along, now driven back off the foot of a Cougar on the left side. Back line clear, out throw in Charleroi, 33-58 and rolling here in the opening half. Scoreless game between Mount Pleasant and Charleroi here on MVI Live. Powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, Planet Roof. Back up top, reset here. Fortigel swings it across in the middle. That's Amoroso. Right back to Fortigel. Left side pass connects. As trying to work in down the left side unsuccessfully for Charleroi was Otis McIntyre. Throw in far side, quickly tossed up and in by Gavin Rummel. Has knocked right back to the sideline, pinball to live, far side 30, into the middle, Klinger, backside pass too far, as Hartley stops it near side, chips it back, headed away by the Viking defense, back to the near side, out of bounds, last touch by Charleroi. 32:50 remaining here in half number one. Cougars and Vikings deadlocked at 0 as Klinger had a chance. Ranging out was Grayson Gardner, the freshman netminder. Yeah, just 1.68 goals per game against for Gardner. Pop back up in the middle off of the right foot of Charleroi center backer, as that was Maison. Free kick near side. Aiden Johnson charges, headed back down by Matt Burkholder. Now up to McIntyre, Otis McIntyre. McIntyre left side, canceled out. Has Tyke Snyder. Whistle blows here with 32 even on the clock, as the clock will stop with an injured Mount Pleasant Viking down on the deck. And that's not what you want to see. Aiden Johnson, the leading scorer, in a lot of pain. We'll take a break. Hopefully Johnson okay. We'll find out when we come back right here on MVI Live, powered by Planet Roof.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com. B Graphics is the Mon Valley's leading source for all your screen printing, embroidery, and printing needs. Offering creative apparel, banners, fundraisers, online stores, promotional products, and more. To find out the best option for your needs, head to bgraphics.com or visit a store in either Frederickstown or Belle Vernon. B Graphics, hassle-free, quality-driven, and always on time. Bronziato Tanning Salon in Monessen is open 5 days a week and is redefining the tanning experience. With gold, silver, and bronze tanning beds at Bronziato, we have something for everyone. Schedule your appointment today online at bronziatotanningsalon.com or give us a call at 724-322-4451. Bronziato Tanning Salon, come get your glow on.
Today I stopped into Marvell's to check out the new custom services they offer with their laser engraver. The possibilities are endless, from engraving a special message in your own handwriting to engraving a picture of a loved one on a pendant. Since my husband and I will be celebrating 12 years of marriage this year, I wanted to do something unique and special, something that would celebrate our love and our relationship, and this is it. And the best part, when you purchase your engagement ring and wedding bands from Marvell's, you have the option to write your own special messages in each other's rings free of charge. The sky truly is the limit now on how Marvell Diamonds and Jewelry can help commemorate each and every special occasion in your life for generations to come. It turned out perfect. I cannot wait to give it to him.
At GT Performance, our purpose is greater than that. And if you're looking to be greater, make sure you check out our free weekly GT Performance newsletter. Each week we give out free tips to help sports
Back here underway from Charleroi as Aiden Johnson helped back off the field as scoreless game. And again, not what you want to see if you're Mount Pleasant. And again, hopefully Aiden Johnson going to be okay for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. As right foot near side, out of bounds, intended for Gage Patterson. Throw in near side for Mount Pleasant. Toss back along by Pickens, now in. That's Bryson Bankosh. As far side, Snyder sends it along. Right foot back up by Rummel. as Rummel turns it over. First 9 minutes gone here in half number one. Amoroso sends it back, now moved quickly along. Left side controlled by Charleroi. Maison back at his own 30 as Maison a drive up towards Klinger. Trying to run it down, canceled out by Damon Oler. As the junior Oler with the denial. Quick throw in Amoroso. Amoroso has help near side. Pressured tightly there by Jarrett Garn, forcing the issue out of bounds. Throw in now for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Free kick, far side 20, Charleroi. Trying to find a way as there's Dylan Klinger. Klinger pops it up, backdoor, headed away. Now McIntyre has it knocked away off his back foot, dropped down, and here comes Charleroi. Stopping up was Patterson, canceled out by Mount Pleasant. As near side taken over, dropped back to the freshman keeper. As Grayson Garrett, left side pass on line to Rummel. Rummel up the right side. As back the other way, Mount Pleasant looks to go again, leading score, 18 goals, 8 assists. Out with an injury now, as that was Aiden Johnson. Near side Patterson, Gage Patterson into the seam, broken up the flex to Landon Barkis. Barkis to Amoroso. As Amoroso drops one back near side, now played along. As here come the Cougars of Charleroi. Pressured off the ball was Blake Pendo. Back into the middle. That's where Mount Pleasant will reset. As taken over there by Kurtz. Kurtz trying to work it free unsuccessfully. Up looking for Klinger. Canceled out and dropped back down the distance. Headed back to the Cougar logo by Nate Maison. Make that Luke Maison, excuse me. Nate Maison starting goaltender last year for the Charleroi Cougars. As up the near side, help back along, and quickly turned right back over. Gamble down the near sideline. Patterson the clear, and out it goes. Throw in near side. That's going to be Caden Pickens at the center line stripe. Knocked back down. As here comes Mount Pleasant working it back to center. Now as the Vikings reset there, Gavin Rummel. Rummel turns it over, gets it back, and Rummel takes it right side, turnover, as Charleroi clears it back the other direction. Back and forth, ricocheting ball around here in the opening 12 as Amoroso sends it back, cleared near side, has moved along. That's to Landon Barkis. Barkis drives McIntyre in space as Otis settles left side. McIntyre in the middle. There's Klinger curling. Klinger near side. Taken back over by Hartley. Hartley lost the handle. Pickens clears it out on the near side. Opening 13 minutes have come to a close. Still scoreless. And again, Aiden Johnson out with an injury. He's still being tended to on the far side, 45. One of his shoes off as they sitting on the track on the far side. Being tended to by the trainers as goal kick coming here for Grayson Garrett. Right foot along, knocked back down, now back the other way. Here comes Mount Pleasant in transition. Vikings gamble, has it deflect away now. Patterson taken back over by Landon Barkis. Barkis has Amoroso, comes near side, chipping it along to Patterson. Patterson, right foot drive down the seam, off a shoulder, doubling back. That's Dylan Klinger. Klinger into space. Hartley hustles it down near side. Hartley pushes it out. Did Pickens get a piece? He did not, and it will be a goal kick for Mount Pleasant. Maybe a corner coming for Charleroi. As Mount Pleasant an opportunity in transition. Pop back in the middle right side. Left foot drive and the Vikings get on the board. As Mount Pleasant finds pay dirt. As knocking it in for the Mount Pleasant Vikings was Jarrett Garn. His 6th of the season puts Mount Pleasant up 1-0. So 6th goal of the season by Garn, and it's 1-0 Mount Pleasant on top of Charleroi. Out of bounds, throw in coming here for the Cougars. 25-15 and rolling, 1 shot, 1 goal on Mikey Lee. Mount Pleasant by 1 here in this one, 25 even. Throw in near side, along by Pickens. Pop back up. As Barkus into space, right up the middle, scooped by the freshman. As Grayson Gardner picks it up, quickly moves it along near side, down the near side, 1 touch along Gamble. Gamble surveys for Mount Pleasant. Crossfield strike broken up by the back line of the Cougars. Now Luke Mazon. Mazon up the middle. Barkus over. There's Klinger off the back of his feet. Dylan Klinger cuts to the middle. Klinger shot blocked down. Back down to Amoroso. Amoroso slides it near side. Away from Pendo and back the other way. Here comes Mount Pleasant. Near side, Vikings in transition, moved along by Bankosh. Now Patterson deflects to Gamble on the near side. Patterson wins the foot race slide tackle, knocking it back out on the near side. Throwing quickly coming here for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. As working back, Tyler Kurtz. Kurtz almost lost it. Pendo lurking in the vicinity. Now McIntyre off a body and out. Third McIntyre to wear the 1-7 here at Charleroi. Eben, Arlo, now Otis. And all 3 McIntyres still playing soccer. Makes a busy fall for their parents. I know it's talking to Casey before the game, saying exhausted, figuring out the Pitt schedule, the Pitt Greensburg schedule, and the Charleroi schedule, trying to make all Eben, Arlo, and Otis's games. As that one headed back up and deflected near side, Amoroso. Now Patterson. Patterson has it overtaken. As right back up by Bankosh into space. Here comes Garn again, blocked down by the Cougars, Luke Mazon. As Mazon with the denial here with 22:38 remaining and a 1-0 Viking advantage. Near the halfway mark of half number 1 again. Leading scorer Aiden Johnson went out with an injury early on in this one right at the center logo. As that one knocked back down the left side, kept in by Dylan Klinger. Klinger surveys. Now McIntyre runs it down. McIntyre in the middle, taken over by Kurtz. There's Tyke Snyder. Drops one back, chip back up near side. Bankosh off of Amoroso. Center logo. There's Garn, the goal scorer, as Mazon sends it back the other direction momentarily. Here comes Mount Pleasant in transition. Snap down right side, Amoroso. Amoroso tries to work it free unsuccessfully. As Amoroso works it out of bounds. Throw in coming here for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Down 1-0 is Charleroi to Mount Pleasant here, nearing the halfway mark of half number 1. As a Viking falls down, Klinger continues to pressure McIntyre as well, as there's Klinger. trying to work it free unsuccessfully. Whistle blows, 21-12 and counting here in half number one. Free kick far side for the Vikings of Mount Pleasant. Vikings on top. Bankosh lets it slide through, cleared back away near side, skitters out of bounds at the 35. Throw in here for the Mount Pleasant Vikings, leading 1-0. Vikings on top, throw in near side, gonna be Caden Pickens. Pickens quickly moves it in as pressure coming from Hartley. Now Kurt slides it one touch along near side, that's Zach Livingston. Livingston turns it over, right up the gut it goes. Knocked down by Tyke Snyder. Snyder tries to work it wide. 6 goals, 11 assists on the season for the freshman Snyder. As trying to work back the other way were the Cougars. Far side, stalemate, out of bounds. Throw in Charleroi. 20-13 remaining in a rolling opening half. 1-0 the Mount Pleasant Vikings lead the Charleroi Cougars. Trying to hand Charleroi their first loss of the season. They have won 23 straight section games, have the Charleroi Cougars, hoping to keep that alive here tonight. And Charleroi only have had 2 games where their margin of victory is under 5 goals, and it was a 4-2 win versus Mount Pleasant and a 6-4 win against McGuffey early on in the season. Down 1-0 here as Barkus in the middle, offside on the Cougars. So right back up the other way. Bankosh one touch. There's Garn. Turns it over. Stepping in front was Mazon and cleared back away. Now Amoroso. Amoroso surveys his options. Amoroso drops one back to the center back. Slid near side as Burkholder Patterson right back up to Pendo. Pendo, now it's Hartley, one touch, looking for Pendo, streaking down the seam. Can't connect, cleared out by Mount Pleasant. And it's another Cougar throw in. Gage Patterson will do the honors. Patterson tosses Pendo, now to Hartley off a body. Sits in the red on the sideline. Patterson takes over, turns it over to Bankosh, deflected back out. This time it will be a throw in for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Headed back along. As in the middle, Kurtz pressure tightly stepping back on the far side. That's Amoroso into space. Taken back over by Rummel. As Rummel rolling down the right side. Rummel down, cuts it inside 30. One touch along now. Bankosh lets it go all the way through. Near side, left foot drive across by Zach Livingston. Broken up in the middle and cleared back along by Patterson. Hops back free off the body of a charging Caden Pickens. Now back to the middle. Klinger pressures as it's sent along by Damian Oler all the way in. Mikey Lee with the scoop. Mikey Lee punts it right up the gut. Headed back along by Landon Barkus. Near side now slid along and chipped right back where it came from by Pickens. Patterson returns the favor. Trying to spring Dylan Klinger up front. As here's Hartley in transition. Hartley stops on a dime. Hartley changes the angle again. Drops it back to Patterson. Patterson to Pendo. As Pendo right back on, here comes Ethan Hartley. Hartley into space. Backdoor Amoroso fires. He scores! Amoroso gets the equalizer. As Pretty passing by the Cougars gets them on the board. And Charleroi ties it up at 1. A beautiful feed, and the Cougars find pay dirt. As Amoroso with the equalizer. Hartley, a absolutely perfect pass to Amoroso. And Charleroi has tied this game up, looking for the lead in the middle. Klinger curling, scoop back up at the cage by the netminder of the Mount Pleasant area Vikings, Gardner. As Grayson Gardner slows it down here with 16-13 rolling clock. Pop back up left side. Right foot driven along here at the 16-minute mark of half number one. Tied at 1. First it was Garn, then it was Amoroso. And it's 1-1 here in half number one between the Cougars and the Vikings from the pot. As that one pop back out off the foot of Ethan Hartley. Dropping a dime into Amoroso. It's 1-1 here. Clock continues to roll down in the opening half. As pop back near side again, stay tuned. Conclusion of this game, we'll have our E-Paints player of the game on MVI Live, Mikey Lee, the scoop. Lee surveys, Mikey Lee drops back, right foot drive by Mikey Lee. Pass Kurtz, now Amoroso. Amoroso surveys, drops it back, right back up the gut, looking for Klinger, headed back down by Caden Pickens. Amoroso, left side, Klinger, foot race with Damian Oler, and it's cleared back away by the Vikings. 1-1 game here, half number one. First it was Garn, then it was Amoroso, tied at 1 here in half number one. And Charleroi looking to add to their total off of Patterson, slid through Hartley. Hartley lost the handle, near side pressures. Hartley jars it free, but the Vikings take over. Bankosh off a body. Right back to Hartley, surveys his options. Hartley middle, knocked down. Klinger cleared away by the back line of the Vikings. As Hartley had another grade A opportunity, feeding Klinger this time. As Barkis curls near side, Barkis, Patterson, high in the air, there's Dylan Klinger, can't get there, Amoroso sticks his foot out, can't settle it down. As back the other way, Charleroi will prevent the counter by Mount Pleasant. Now hop near side, headed back down off of Zach Livingston. Livingston quickly moves it in the middle. A pair of Vikings waiting to come in on the far side as Livingston has it knocked back out of bounds by Ethan Hartley. As Lucas Showman and Landon Stewart both in the game. Over halfway home in half number one, nothing decided. 1-1 here between the Vikings and the Cougars. Amoroso will come out as well. That's the Cougar goal scorer. He will be replaced by Otis McIntyre. Toss down the near side, headed quickly back along. Near side 30, canceled out by Matt Burkholder as Barkis in the air up towards Klinger. Oler heads it back far side. McIntyre takes over there. Otis stopped off and back the other way. Mount Pleasant will get the clear. Left side controlled by Declan Carter. Back into the middle, turning clear, knocked down. As sending it to the near side, Hartley curling, Hartley across Klinger. Klinger chips it, looking for Barkis, deflected back down. As Klinger working on Zorowski. As Zorowski able to get it back out, up to Gamble and back the other way the Vikings go. As in the middle, Patterson had a foot on it for a second. Now Zorowski drops it back. Back line, Damian Oler. Now Caden Pickens, spiraling attempt up towards McIntyre as he fends off the defense for a second. Pressure on the left side. As back the other way, Mount Pleasant trying to work it back. Zorowski stops up. Zorowski through the middle, canceled out by Landon Barkis. Barkis knocked down. No whistle will come. As curling is Lucas Showman, one of the most recent Vikings to enter the affair. Under 12 to play, 1-1 game here between Charleroi and Mount Pleasant. Pop back up, 11:35 remaining here in half number one. 1-1 between Charleroi and Mount Pleasant here on MVI Live. Pop back down. Now foot race for it. Cleared back to the right side, and that one out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Cougars. Looking to get ahead for the first time today is Charleroi. As in the middle, Charleroi's Maison controls. Drops it back left side as it's deflected down by Zarobski. Grant Zarobski wreaking havoc that time by for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. As Mount Pleasant Charleroi deadlocked at 1. And final soccer game of the regular season for us here on the network. Playoff brackets released tomorrow on MVI Live. So, or not on MVI Live, but for us, and we'll know where we're going for MVI Live and the NFHS network. So looking forward to continuing our fall sports coverage through the state playoffs of volleyball and soccer, and of course into football as well. And then right around the corner, basketball coming. We'll have another year of the MVI Shootout Classic. So looking forward to covering at least some of those games here on MVI Live. Don't know if we'll have the full slate. Going to be tough for me again to broadcast every single game in the MVI Shootout Classic like I've done in a couple years past, but state playoffs also in there as well. So again, we'll have to stay tuned, but basketball season right around the corner, and that schedule still being worked on with a couple of teams, maybe not having enough players to start the season like the Clairton Bears, as that's a team primed for a state championship run in the WPIAL and the PIAA. But 1-1 here. This is a Charleroi team hoping they're primed for another trip to a championship game, hoping third time's the charm. Free kick for the Vikings from 25 yards out. Charleroi forms the wall. It's Tyke Snyder. 6 goals on the season. Tyke Snyder, high drive up through the uprights. Again, a couple nights down the road. That's good for 3. Nothing here tonight. As sailed right through the uprights by Tyke Snyder. And Charleroi, they had one of their female soccer players as their kicker in year prior, in Taylor Ramsdale. And seen that around the Mon Valley a couple of times. Abigail Whaley of Ringgold a few years back was the kicker on the football team as well. 9 minutes even remaining here. Whistle blows as a stalemate on the far side. Charleroi free kick just outside the 25-yard line. Stepping up and driving that one down was Declan Carter. As back the other way, Kurtz looks to come. Kept in bounds for a second. McIntyre, not a second more, as it skitters out of bounds with 8.5 minutes remaining here in half number 1. 1-1 between the Cougars and the Vikings here on MVI Live. As the Vikings and the Cougars, 4-2 first meeting. Charleroi's won the last 3. They've won 4 of the last 5. Got down 1-0 early on the goal by Jarrett Kern, his 6th of the season, but Amoroso from Hartley, the equalizer here in this one. As near side, that's Pendo. Pendo, foot back door, McIntyre, he scores! And Charleroi takes the lead, as it's the freshman, Otis McIntyre on the board. As Charleroi up 2-1 here in half number 1. As Otis McIntyre gets the Cougars the advantage, 7:55 remaining. Again, beautiful passing again by Charleroi, and McIntyre on the score sheet. As Pendo gets the helper. The freshman teaming up. 7:38 and rolling here. Charleroi first lead of the contest thanks to Otis McIntyre. Throw in near side by the Cougars, up 2-1. That's going to be Landon Barkus. Barkus Drops it off the foot of Klinger. Pop back and out of bounds. 7:18 and rolling here in the opening half. 2-1 Charleroi leads. It was Garn, 6 of the season, starting the scoring. Then Amoroso and McIntyre have got Charleroi a 2-1 advantage. The Cougars have doubled up on Mount Pleasant here in half number 1. Right foot right up the gut, knocked down. Near side taken over by the Vikings, and Zach Livingston lost it as down to the near side 20 and kept there by Caden Pickens. Turns it over. Near side body down as working along. That's Luke Maison. Maison near side. Stops up. Maison surveys. Maison back across as it's taken back over. Drive blocked down. Charleroi up 2-1. Landon Barkis. Barkis now sends it back. Flip back to McIntyre. McIntyre middle. It's Klinger. Klinger now deflected away. Back the other way. Here comes Bankosh. As Bankosh drops one back along. Taken over by Tyler Kurtz. Kurtz, right side drive, knocked down, flip back into the middle, foot race forward. The Vikings have it, and Mikey Lee charges out. Declan Carter slowed him down enough, and Mikey Lee gets the grab, but Declan Carter impeding the progress of Jarrett Garn, denying him possibly his second of the evening. And Charleroi keeps it a 2-1 advantage here in half number 1. Final 6 minutes. Near side taken over as Hartley sends Klinger on the run. And it's knocked back out of bounds. Throwing Cougars. Dylan Klinger quickly gets to it. Klinger surveys, dumps it back in. Barkis back to Klinger. Here comes Klinger. Near side, Hartley. Hartley looks for Klinger, eludes him. Back to the middle now. Pendo shuffling across, pressuring Snyder, who slides it right side over to Rummel. Right back up the right side. Declan Carter converges again. As back the other way, driven down the distance. And all the way down and out. That was by Brock Henderson. Henderson stand out on the Charleroi baseball team as well. 4.5 minutes remaining here in half number 1. 2-1 Cougars lead. Back-to-back strikes, Amoroso and McIntyre have erased the 1-goal deficit for Charleroi. As back in the middle, there's Klinger curling, left foot in, and a diving stop. What was going wide nonetheless, but still getting across was Grayson Gardner. Gardner, the freshman, with the drive off the right foot. Now knocked down in the middle. Declan Carter, near side, Hartley over his head, unable to hop up. 3:50 remaining here. Half number 1, 2-1 Charleroi on top of Mount Pleasant this evening on MVI Live. Powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, our good friends at Planet Roof. Appreciate you all tuning us here on this cold Tuesday afternoon. Again, Charleroi found out there, and Mount Pleasant both will find out their playoff fates tomorrow. Charleroi hoping to go in as an undefeated section champ. Up by 1 here. Charleroi looking for what would be their 24th straight section win. And it will be the sprint through the playoffs, a quick 2-week sprint to see who will be crowned the district champion. As there's Klinger up the gut, beauty of a pass, running it down. Cougars had a step, but canceled out was Charleroi's Landon Barkis. As Charleroi was looking to spring free for another before the buzzer. Near side, Mount Pleasant in control. Right side, chipped in and sent wide by Zaropski. First shot of the game went home for Mount Pleasant. Nothing since for the Vikings. Declan Carter on the goal kick. Carter up the gut, knocked back down. As taken by Bankosh on the near side. Bankosh tries to work it free unsuccessfully. Has slid back to the middle. That's Tyke Snyder. Snyder tangled up. Whistle blows. 132 and rolling. As Tyke Snyder was slow to get back up to his feet. So free kick for Mount Pleasant from the near side 20-yard line. Aiden Gross. 6 goals on the season for Gross. He will do the honors. Gross, low liner in that one. Finds the body of Mikey Lee. Almost like he wasn't expecting it, but Mikey Lee had the answer. As now kicked out of bounds near side. Throw in Vikings final minute. Down by 1, 2-1. Charleroi leads it. Bankosh gives way as it's Caden Pickens. Body down near side. Tyke Snyder. Blocked down. Carter. Middle. Zaropski. A drive goes wide. As Grant Zaropski. And it's 20 seconds remaining. The Charleroi Cougars. Declan Carter drives it into the night sky. Otis McIntyre, the go-ahead tally, turns it over. Zaropski, give and go. Zaropski, back to the middle, cleared, blocked, as the clearing attempt by Matt Burkholder was blocked down and out of bounds. And after 1/2 of play, it's the Charleroi Cougars 2. The Mount Pleasant Vikings 1. Both teams 1 corner. As at the half, Charleroi up 2-1 over Mount Pleasant. As first it was Jarrett Garn, his 6th of the season, making it 1-0 Mount Pleasant. While Amoroso from Hartley, McIntyre from Pendo, and at the break, the Charleroi Cougars lead it 2-1 right here on MVI Live, powered by Planet Roof.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com. B Graphics is the Mon Valley's leading source for all your screen printing, embroidery, and printing needs. Offering creative apparel, banners, fundraisers, online stores, promotional products, and more. To find out the best option for your needs, head to bgraphics.com or visit a store in either Frederickstown or Belle Vernon. B Graphics, hassle-free, quality-driven, and always on time. Bronziato Tanning Salon in Monessen is open 5 days a week and is redefining the tanning experience. With gold, silver, and bronze tanning beds at Bronziato, we have something for everyone. Schedule your appointment today online at bronziatotanningsalon.com or give us a call at 724-322-4451. Bronziato Tanning Salon, come get your glow on.
Today I stopped into Marbills to check out the new custom services they offer with their laser engraver. The possibilities are endless, from engraving a special message in your own handwriting to engraving a picture of a loved one on a pendant. Since my husband and I will be celebrating 12 years of marriage this year, I wanted to do something unique and special, something that would celebrate our love and our relationship. And the best part, when you purchase your engagement ring and wedding bands from Marbills, you have the option to write your own special messages in each other's rings free of charge. The sky truly is the limit now on how Marbill Diamonds and Jewelry can help commemorate each and every special occasion in your life for generations to come. It turned out perfect. I cannot wait to give it to him.
At GT Performance, our purpose is greater than that. And if you're looking to be greater, make sure you check out our free weekly GT Performance newsletter. Each week we give out free tips to help sports parents maximize their child's athletic career. Subscribe today at gtperformance.co. GT Performance, helping athletes sprint faster, get stronger, jump higher, move quicker, and stay healthier.
Hey everyone, State Representative Eric DeVanzo here from the 58th Legislative District. As we kick off a new school year, I just want to take a moment to wish all our fall athletes the best of luck. Whether it's from Friday night lights, off to cross country, off to the golf team. Work hard, do your best. Best of luck.
For all your real estate needs, call Howard Hanna agent Maurice Lagus at 724-797-3681. With 24 plus years of superior service and work ethic, Maurice Lagus is a President's Club member, nationally ranked and an award-winning agent. Contact Marie today on her cell at 724-797-3681 or at the office at 724-929-9699 and see what she can do for you. At Primzo Rentals and Indoor Storage, we offer a state-of-the-art facility with the best customer service around. When you rent from us, you'll have 24-hour access to your belongings, and with a variety of units available, we have something for everyone. Give us a call at 412-980-4272 or book online at primzorentals.com. Primzo Rentals and Indoor Storage, all the convenience and security you need. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. The right brands, price, and advice since 1946. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress is the Mon Valley's choice for selection, service, and savings for over 75 years. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. You're going to like us a lot. We guarantee it. E-Paint's proudly serving the community since 2021, offering home service for both residential and commercial properties. At E-Paint's, we will work with you to plan every step of the process and ensure that your satisfaction is met. With a team of experts and a variety of professional services available, you can be sure that your house will be taken care of. From the smallest to largest task, E-Paint believes your home deserves top priority service. For more information, visit epaintsанdepoxy.com or call 412-559-8515. E-Paints, quality professional services that you can trust.
Back here from Charleroi High School, 2-1 Cougars lead at the break. As back and forth affair here with Mount Pleasant looking to earn the season sweep as Charleroi looking for a perfect regular season, looking for their 24th straight win inside the WPIAL section play, as the Charleroi Cougars looking to go back-to-back undefeated regular season, as the Cougars down 1-0 early on thanks to Garn, but Charleroi battled back a pair of goals by the Cougars. Amoroso from Hartley and McIntyre from Pendo has put Charleroi up at the break 2-1 after a great opening 40 minutes. Looking forward to another great 40 minutes here at the half, honoring the cancer survivors and cancer pass-awayers at the half here at Charleroi. So that's what both teams are doing down on the field right now as you see the balloons being released. As we'll come back and we'll have half two action between the Cougars and the Vikings right here on MVI Live, powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, our good friends at Planet Roof.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com. B Graphics is the Mon Valley's leading source for all your screen printing, embroidery, and printing needs. Offering creative apparel, banners, fundraisers, online stores, promotional products, and more. To find out the best option for your needs, head to bgraphics.com or visit a store in either Frederickstown or Belle Vernon. B Graphics, hassle-free, quality-driven, and always on time. Bronzeado Tanning Salon in Menneson is open 5 days a week and is redefining the tanning experience. With gold, silver, and bronze tanning beds at Bronzeado, we have something for everyone. Schedule your appointment today online at bronzeadotanningsalon.com or give us a call at 724-322-4451. Bronzeado Tanning Salon, come get your glow on.
Today I stopped into Marville's to check out the new custom services they offer with their laser engraving. The possibilities are endless, from engraving a special message in your own handwriting to engraving a picture of a loved one on a pendant. Since my husband and I will be celebrating 12 years of marriage this year, I wanted to do something unique and special, something that would celebrate our love and our relationship, and this is it. And the best part, when you purchase your engagement ring and wedding bands from Marville's, you have the option to write your own special messages in each other's rings free of charge. The sky truly is the limit now on how Marville Diamonds and Jewelry can help commemorate each and every special occasion in your life for generations to come. It turned out perfect. I cannot wait to give it to him.
At GT Performance, our purpose is greater than that. And if you're looking to be greater, make sure you check out our free weekly GT Performance newsletter. Each week we give out free tips to help sports parents maximize their child's athletic career. Subscribe today at gtperformance.co. GT Performance, helping athletes sprint faster, get stronger, jump higher, move quicker, and stay healthier.
Hey everyone, State Representative Eric Devanzo here from the 58th Legislative District. As we kick off a new school year, I just want to take a moment to wish all our fall athletes the best of luck. Whether it's from Friday night lights, off to cross country, off to the golf team. Work hard, do your best. Best of luck.
For all your real estate needs, call Howard Hanna agent Maurice Lagus at 724-797-3681. With 24 plus years of superior service and work ethic, Maurice Lagus is a President's Club member, nationally ranked and an award-winning agent. Contact Marie today on her cell at 724-797-3681 or at the office at 724-929-9699 and see what she can do for you. At Primzo Rentals and Indoor Storage, we offer a state-of-the-art facility with the best customer service around. When you rent from us, you'll have 24-hour access to your belongings, and with a variety of units available, we have something for everyone. Give us a call at 412-980-4272 or book online at primzorentals.com. Primzo Rentals and Indoor Storage, all the convenience and security you need. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. The right brands, price, and advice since 1946. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress is the Mon Valley's choice for selection, service, and savings for over 75 years. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. You're going to like us a lot. We guarantee it. E-Paint's proudly serving the community since 2021, offering home service for both residential and commercial properties. At E-Paint's, we will work with you to plan every step of the process and ensure that your satisfaction is met. With a team of experts and a variety of professional services available, you can be sure that your house will be taken care of, from the smallest to largest.
Half two here underway from Charleroi High School as it's a 2-1 Cougar advantage here on MVI Live, powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, Planet Roof, on a brisk Tuesday evening. It's a section showdown to end the regular season, and right now Charleroi up by one. Can Klinger make it two? As Klinger canceled out, it's Caden Pickens on the coverage. Corner number 2 for the Cougars. Gage Patterson set to do the honors near side corner. Charleroi to increase their advantage. As Patterson knocked down near side, driven back along, and that ball trickles down to Carter. Declan Carter now bodied along by Mazon. Pressured by McIntyre, as back the other way comes Rummel. As Rummel has it knocked away out of bounds near side. McIntyre, right foot deflected down. Now pop back to the middle. Here comes Charleroi into space. Ball deflects right side and out of bounds on the far side. 38-28 and rolling here in half number 2. 2-1 lead for the Charleroi Cougars on top of the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Charleroi has not played a 1-goal game yet this season. 2 2-goal games, the rest 5 or more goals. Their margin of victory. Over 7 goals per game, just over 1 goal against per game. As back the other way, Zarobski whistles it wide. Off the deflection. Going to be a corner here for Mount Pleasant. They're second of the contest. Aiden Gross, a right foot in. Gross knocked down in the middle. Turning attempt in off of Lee and cleared away. As a great defensive effort by Charleroi back behind Lee. Playing second goal was Gage Patterson. And Charleroi just able to keep it out and keep it a 1-goal Cougar advantage. Toss back in, angled back along, right side. Gross across, body down, up top, drive blocked by Pendo. Cleared back along and cleared out. .36:40 remaining here in half number 2. It's a 2-1 Cougar lead. Mount Pleasant pressuring to start here in the second. Vikings grade A chances, all after an attempt by Dylan Klinger. Gage Patterson, far side throw-in. Opening 4 of half 2 have come to a close. As Kurt steps in front, now Barkus. Drop back in the middle, right foot along, knocked down again, that time by Tyke Snyder. Snyder away from Barkus, dropping it back, now near side, that's Rummel. Rummel rolls it near side to Gross, one touch back along, right back to Gross. Gross down the near sideline, Declan Carter just angles it out. Throw in here, 35-40 remaining here in the opening half. As driven back the other way, Klinger will give chase. There's Oler dropping it back to Gardner. Gardner almost coughed it up to Klinger. As Dylan Klinger almost a steal and score opportunity. As back the other way, here comes Zarobski. Zarobski has it deflected down, cleared back away by Burkholder. Right back where it came from by Pickens. As Patterson drives it. As racing back, Damian Oller turns it over but forces it away from Klinger. As Klinger looked like he was gonna have a step inside. Near side throw in Brock Henderson. Henderson, the junior, surveys his options here. Brock double clutches now, looks, tosses it down again off of McIntyre's head. Klinger back in the middle. Barkis can't get there and batted back out on the near side. Cougars by 1 here in the second half. Toss back along, deflected back down. Now taken near side by Garn. Garn has one, almost had a second one in half number 1, as it was a great defensive effort by Declan Carter. An absolute gem to keep us in a 2-1 game. Dyke Snyder, left side hash. Snyder canceled out. As trying to help out is Bankosh, but Charleroi clears. Far side, Dylan Klinger. Klinger off the edge. Klinger stops on a dime. Klinger looking for reinforcements. Curls in. Klinger's pass broken up. Right back off of Klinger. Now near side, Gross. As Gross back the other way. As it's to the near side, 50 pop back along. Drop down there with 33-23 remaining. McIntyre has it batted away. McIntyre pressures as McIntyre continues to work. 33-12 and rolling. It was angled by Henderson. Barkis has it deflected away on the pass from Klinger. Whistle blows as Klinger ties up in the middle. Garn, drop back, Snyder. Snyder from the midfield line, quickly back to Garn. Garn has the tally for the Vikings tonight. As pop back along, Declan Carter unable to get there, make that Amoroso on the back line. Amoroso had the equalizer earlier here this evening. As near side pass connects to Gross. Gross pressured by McIntyre. Stood up on the near side by Henderson. Now Carter watches it, works it, and Declan Carter pressure tightly, then drops it out, and Carter earns the throw in for the Cougars. 31-44 remaining. Substitutions both sides. As back into the game, and this is a great sign, is Aiden Johnson. Johnson went down with a scary-looking injury in half number 1. Have not seen the captain and leading scorer, Johnson. He is moving great right now out there on the left side, and we saw him with his shoe off. He had his back to the field, and again, didn't look good for Aiden Johnson, but it's great to see Johnson, not that serious of an injury to hold him at least out of tonight's game, as Johnson comes back here in the second half after getting injured early on. It was a scoreless game when Aiden Johnson went down with an injury in half number 1. Patterson off a body. .30.5 minutes remaining. Skied up into the air. Klinger fends off one. Bodies forward, and Damon Oller once again as Damian cuts across and prevents the opportunity. Dylan Klinger's been moving around nicely here in this half, just been unable to capitalize on his opportunity. Snyder trying to work it free. Popped up over the head of Amoroso. and back the other way. Here comes the Vikings, quickly turn back the other direction. Charleroi on the rush. Henderson into space. Too far for McIntyre. Scooped back up by Grayson Gardner. Off of Amoroso. Carter has it bodied down by Garn. As trying to cut back the other direction. Now Johnson. Near side pass connects and slid out of bounds as Gross gets his legs taken out by the freshman Pendo. Free kick coming here by Rummel. Gavin Rummel, the freshman for Mount Pleasant. Into the box, bounces down away from Patterson, clear to the right side. Back up top, reset here by the Vikings on Mount Pleasant. As Mount Pleasant trying to find the equalizer here. Opening 11 gone in half number 2. As Damian Oller near side pass finds his man. Quickly right up the middle, there's Zarobski. Zarobski in transition, can't get past the center back of Burkholder. Right back up the seam to land in Barkus. Barkus near side McIntyre. Otis McIntyre. McIntyre now moves it. Pendo, give and go. McIntyre, a drive to flex wide. Off the corner, off the leg and out, and Otis McIntyre gets the Cougars a corner. Gage Patterson will do the honors. As ball comes near side, foot race for it. Charleroi's Pendo wins it. Pendo back to Declan Carter. Carter chips one far side, Burkholder. Burkholder surveys right side, Ethan Hartley. Hartley right up to Klinger. Klinger curling. Knocked down Amoroso. Near side, McIntyre. McIntyre back up he goes. As there's Henderson. Henderson to Amoroso, past him. Hartley keeps it alive on the far side. One touch, Amoroso. Amoroso trying to work free as he's pressured tightly by Gamble. Gamble turns it over. Henderson settles. Henderson back to Hartley on the right wing. Hartley working down the right side. Stops up. Hartley curls it into the middle. Off of Pendo. Pendo back looking at Amoroso. Amoroso has it taken away, and back the other way comes Tyke Snyder. Snyder sails it past Johnson. Right side, Burkholder off of Aiden Johnson and out. As right foot chip back up now, pop down off the head of Zarobski. Johnson, middle, Burkholder, right foot spiraling out towards Landon Barkus. Can't work around Rummel. As here comes Tyke Snyder, left side, hash mark to Gamble. Gamble curling, Gamble, now it's Snyder. Barkus. From the middle, takes over for Charleroi. Barkus back up right side. Hartley off and running. Ethan Hartley. Hartley, backdoor, McIntyre, foot race, and Gardner wins it. As Grayson Gardner with the scoop. Bodied back down, now near side. Henderson. Up to Dylan Klinger. Klinger into space. Now pop back free. Has taken Pendo. Pendo now Henderson. Henderson Knocked off the ball by Zarobski. Amoroso trying to work forward. Klinger will pressure as it's cleared back out by Pickens. Patterson right back where it came from. Amoroso now Gamble for Mount Pleasant. As Gamble cuts it up the near side, deflected back down and back the other way. Here comes Mount Pleasant. As that one's going to be canceled out on the back line by Otis McIntyre. Possession to Mount Pleasant. The faithful for the Cougars are not a fan. And they are letting our officials hear it. Right foot back the other way. As here comes Klinger. Klinger has it knocked away. Dylan Klinger, pressure from behind, knocked down right side. As charging in, Klinger runs into Damian Oler. And Dylan Klinger not happy now. All this has happened, time has continued to burn away. Charleroi leads by 1. Throw in Cougars, or excuse me, free kick for the Cougars back on their own end. It'll be Gage Patterson. One of the Cougar captains, Gage Patterson. Patterson drives it all the way down. Hartley runs it down a step too late. And a goal kick here for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. And Mount Pleasant down by 1 as they quickly move it along. Mount Pleasant. And can earn a split due to another loss earlier this season. If they would have stayed undefeated, this would have been a chance at a split of the section. But Mount Pleasant, again, 2 section losses. Charleroi perfect in section play, trying to win their 24th straight section game. It's been a good one here today. Landon Barkus. Barkus drops it back. Declan Carter near side Henderson. Henderson moves it up. 1 touch. Henderson room to run too far. Cleared back away by Rummel. Drop back center line. Patterson. Now it's Burkholder. Patterson playing catch. Right back up to Maison. Maison near side deflected away as it went to Livingston. Now back up the gut. Tyke Snyder. Snyder slides it. Foot race left side. Kept alive there by Mount Pleasant as the Vikings turn it to the middle looking for Bankosh, cleared away. Kurtz taking off the ball as that's Landon Barkish dropping it back. Henderson a drive. Body down now near side. McIntyre, Otis McIntyre drops it off. Barkis backside post. Too far as Klinger tries to keep it in, and Dylan Klinger will in the far side corner. Klinger back up top right wing as left foot drive in, deflects up and out. Third corner this half for Charleroi. Ethan Hartley will do the honors. Hartley knocked down. As back the other way, Ethan Hartley unable to get that opportunity to go for Charleroi. Pop back up by Hartley. Hartley heads it down and out. Pressuring Hartley was Bryce Heinbach. There's another substitution for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Headed in on the back line is going to be Austin Gross, the freshman. First time we've seen Austin today. Under 20 to play here. Scoreless second half. 1-goal ball game. 2-1 Charleroi leads. Near side controlled. Surveys. Up the seam goes Livingston. Now McIntyre off the turnover. Can't hook up with Dylan Klinger. As that one slides through Klinger's legs and back out the other end. 19-20 and rolling here in the half. Off a body left side, as back the other way. Here comes Mount Pleasant, looking for the equalizer tonight. Whistle blows with 19 even and rolling here in half number 2. Free kick for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Right foot back up the gut. One touch left or right side of the field. Has taken back over momentarily. Pendo lost it. Slid back along by McIntyre. Out of bounds near side. Few precious seconds continue to tick away.
Big congratulations to our girls volleyball team who finished second in their section and qualified for the WPIAL playoffs.
18-15 and rolling. Near side popped up as here is McIntyre. Can't keep that one in bounds. To 1:17:45. Looking for the clean sheet this season is Charleroi. Expect you to have a really good seed, obviously, in the WPIL playoffs if you're able to stay perfect in the regular season. This corner coming here. First corner of the half, third of the game for the Mount Pleasant Vikings. As right foot drive, that one popped back all the way up to the 30-yard line and to a standings in the WPIL Deer Lakes. 14-2-1, 12-1 in conference play. Then it's North Catholic, the second team at 14-4, 12-2. That's out of Section 1 of 2A as that ball ricochets around out of Section 2. Avonworth, 14-2, 14-1-1 in section play. Out of Section 3, South Park, 15-1-1, 12-0-1. Elizabeth Forward second at 11-1-1 and 12-3-1. And then Charleroi, 14-0, 13-0. Then you have Mount Pleasant here in this one. That rounds out the 4 sections in 2A. And Charleroi could be the only undefeated section champion in 2A. And you think that would give Charleroi maybe a bit of an edge when it comes to seeding tomorrow, where the Cougars wind up. Again, Elizabeth Ford, another team, Mon Valley team, they've had a great season, 12-3-1, 11-1-1 inside of section play. So should be interesting to see if where the Cougars lay when this one gets finished off. And appreciate all you joining us here on MVI Live, powered by Pittsburgh's Top Area Roofing Company. Cougars looking for their 24th straight section win, looking for a back-to-back undefeated section championship seasons for Charleroi before starting playoffs either Saturday or early next week. Again, thinking maybe some games will happen on Saturday. Brackets will be announced tomorrow, so possibly Saturday, then Monday games, and we'll see kind of where it rolls from there. As 15-17 enrolling here on the game clock. Charleroi 2-1. Goal kick and cleared back away by Matt Burkholder. Body down in the middle. Pop back left side and out. Again, Charleroi moving up 1A to 2A. No problem. Results have been the same for the Cougars. As another throw-in for Charleroi. Again, time not the friend of the Viking right now. Mount Pleasant down by 1, trying to help their case inside the playoffs. Charleroi will be the section champs no matter what, but you feel like, again, if you're an undefeated section champion, you got a good shot at maybe getting that 1 seed, being the only undefeated section champion. And South Park EF, those two are great combatants. So, I mean, you have some very good talent around the WPIAL in 2A, so it should be really interesting to see how this kind of fends off come tomorrow. Throw in deep. Johnson back up top. There's Rummel. Rummel looks to roll, canceled out. Now pop back left side. As taken over by the Vikings, Caden Pickens. Now Tyke Snyder, canceled out. There's Declan Carter out off of Pickens, back in the middle. As time continues to tick down, Mount Pleasant looking to get on the board. Near side, Livingston back in the middle. Chip back to Livingston, and Livingston deflected out. Goal kick here for Charleroi. Clock ticks inside of 14 as time continues to dwindle away on the Vikings this evening. Matt Burkholder has it lined up on the G of Cougars in the end zone, and a low stinger up the right side hash. Body down, right back into the middle, past Zarobski, and here comes Charleroi back the other way. Klinger up ahead, but Barkus slows it down. He'll waste more precious seconds as Landon Barkus drops it back to Gage Patterson. Right back, Barkus curling. Barkus, Patterson, right foot, body down. Now taken back over and out of bounds. We'll head back the other direction. .12:46 rolling clock here, half number 2, 2-1 Charleroi leads. It was Jarrett Garn, his 6th of the season, starting the scoring this evening. Then back-to-back Cougar tallies. One by Amoroso, the other by Otis McIntyre. "36 minutes without a goal." And Charleroi, they're okay with that. They'd love to increase their advantage, but right now, as long as another goal's not scored, they're fine with the outcome. Charleroi, again, this year has not been in a 1-goal game. Closest score are 2-goal games, 2 of them. One versus Mount Pleasant, 4-2 earlier this year at Mount Pleasant. The other one a 6-4 win against McGuffey. It's a 1-goal affair here as Tyke Snyder back to Johnson. And Johnson was shaken up in the first. Didn't see him come back into about halfway through half number 2. But good to see Johnson back out there. Leading scorer, 18 goals, 8 assists. Long-range drive, Mikey Lee will handle. .11.5, right foot pump by Mikey Lee. Amoroso shielding off. That's Kurt. Amoroso curls, pops it right side, knocked down. As back the other way. Dylan Klinger could not get there. Right side stepping up. Mays on the chip. Now headed back away and out by Damian Oler. .11:03 rolling clock here in half number 2. 2-1 Cougar advantage. Charleroi trying to keep their record clean. Brackets tomorrow. Near side, Declan Carter, Henderson off the toe and out. Nearing 3/4 of the way done here with the second half. Nothing's changed as Dylan Klinger hoping to work up. Klinger lost it. Back the other way. Rummel off and rolling. Now it's Gross on the near side. Aiden Gross. Gross across and back out, deflected off the Cougar back line. Body down, Henderson sends it right back where it came from. Here on a brisk October evening. Ball pops near side, sent back out of bounds. As headed down and in, Mikey Lee off them and out, and it's going to be a corner. Sent back into the box, turning attempt, Snyder fires, he scores! Tyke Snyder, and we're tied at 2 in the final 10. Tyke Snyder finding pay dirt. His 7th of the season. And Mount Pleasant gets even. Tyke Snyder. 7th of the season by Tyke Snyder. 2-2 game now. Lone goal of the second half, Tyke Snyder. Jarring one past the netminder, Mikey Lee. Now work back to be done. In the final 10, the Vikings find the equalizer. Back in the middle, who's gonna play hero tonight? Back up near side, trying to spring Klinger. Aiden Gross. Now back in. Kurtz canceled out. Henderson near side. Stepping in, driving is Damian Oler. Landon Barkis. That bounce the Cougars have early. They're going to have to find it again. Mount Pleasant. They've controlled this second half, and you wonder, was it Charleroi getting too complacent, trying to play not to lose instead of trying to play to win here tonight? 7.5 minutes remaining. Tyke Snyder, the tire. Dylan Klinger into the box, batted back down. Brock Henderson to Klinger. Here's Klinger cutting, Klinger, crossfield looking for Barkis. Mazon steps up. Here's Luke Mazon, slides it, turns it over off a body to flex near side. Aiden Johnson directing traffic. Mazon takes it away. Now Henderson. Pressure from behind. Henderson too hot to handle for Dylan Klinger. Stoppage here with 6:53 remaining. Was headed off on the far side was Kurtz. Seemed to be shaken up a little bit. So Tyler Kurtz, the junior, replaced by Austin Gross. Throw in near side. For the Mount Pleasant Vikings, tied at 2. Landon Barkis. Klinger right foot, backside, just high and wide. As Dylan Klinger almost cashed in for Charleroi. Inches away. And we stay tied at 2. Grayson Gardner, quick slide near side pass. As right side drive deflected down Patterson. Mazon activates. Now Hartley. Push back along to Pendo. Pendo powers right side. Inbounds, no. Pendo can hold. As blocked down middle, pressure, Klinger knocked away. Back the other way, Vikings with just under 6. Slowed up in the process by Landon Barkis. 5.5 on the clock, down the near side. Johnson middle, turns it over. Pendo, Barkis pops it, looking at Klinger. Again, the Mount Pleasant defense stiffens. Carter deflected right back now. Henderson, Charleroi on the defensive. Carter cleared away. Henderson near side and out. 5 on the clock here in a 2-2 ball game. Quickly in, Austin to Aiden Gross. Gross drops it back. Far side, Caden Pickens. Pickens finds his man on the left side. As working back in, left foot drive, never got through. That one blocked as well. Foot race, Henderson wins it. Now Gross, near side. Austin finds Aiden Johnson. Johnson swings it in. Mikey Lee jumps on it. Four and a half on the clock. Mikey Lee down the sideline as Charleroi looks for a late one. Gage Patterson back to the middle. Now here's Mazon. Luke Mazon right up the gut past Barkis. Passing has been abysmal in this second half for Charleroi. Big difference in this. Charleroi just unable to connect on these passes, and we saw some pretty passing for the Cougars in half number 1. Back the other way, Landon Barkis. Barkis sidesteps. Barkis to Klinger. Here's Klinger stopping up. Klinger works near side. Klinger has help across. Klinger sends it through. Fires blocked by the back line as Barkis couldn't get it to go. Landon Barkis, the opportunity to put Charleroi ahead. Now Johnson runs it down left side, canceled out off the stick, and it's a throw in for Mount Pleasant. Charleroi takes over here in the final 3. Landon Barkis drops it back. Ethan Hartley up ahead. Here come the Cougars. They have a break. Has fired just wide. Landon Barkis. Could not finish. So Charleroi, a grade A opportunity to take the lead in the final 3. Landon Barkis slides it wide of the far side post. Now Klinger. Klinger sets Barkis again. Drop back up top. Pendo right side. Finds his man. Hartley canceled out and cleared out by the Vikings. 145. Charleroi's got to hurry. As a drive goes wide, Cougars, Vikings, 2's on the board. Mount Pleasant seems content playing for overtime. They're in no hustle here. As there's Klinger. Klinger canceled out. Throw in Charleroi. Final 40. Klinger to Barkis. Batted away and knocked back out. 30 seconds remaining. Maison in the middle, finds Pendo. Pendo pops it towards McIntyre, batted away. Slid back up near side, back the other way, 10 seconds, maybe one last rush, canceled out. On the Mount Pleasant side of things, Charleroi with 5. See if they get anything going. They will not, and that will do it. Overtime upon us, 2-2 after 2 halves of play. Overtime number 1 when we come back right here on MVI Live, powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, Planet Roof.
Small Town Tavern, your new go-to spot in the Mon Valley, is now open. Serving up a wide variety of amazing food, we have something for everyone. Located at 110 Sarah Way in Bell Vernon and open 7 days a week, we are the perfect spot to come eat, drink, relax, and of course, catch the big game. We can't wait to see you at Small Town Tavern. Sports and more, make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent, what happens here matters here.
Back here, regulation solves nothing, overtime upon us. As Charleroi was up by 1 in the final 10. Tyke Snyder, the equalizer. It was Garn, his 6th, starting the score, and then goals by Amoroso and McIntyre. Got Charleroi up 2-1. That lasted till the 9:10 mark here in half number 2. And with 9:10 remaining, Tyke Snyder beat Mikey Lee, tying us up at 2, sending us to overtime. Landon Barkis did have a breakaway attempt. Barkis had great pressure from behind and ended up shuffling it wide as he had a grade A opportunity to get the Charleroi Cougars back out in front and get them in the driver's seat, as for the first time this season, Charleroi will have their closest finish, as it will either be a 1-goal win, 1-goal loss, or a tie. They have not played in any of those scores so far this season. First overtime game for Charleroi this year. Charleroi will take on Mount Pleasant here in overtime. 1 double overtime game for the Vikings. 3-2 victory over Southmoreland back on 9/17. That is their lone overtime game. And just 2 games decided by less than 5 goals. This will be the 3rd. Charleroi's 2 games by 2, the rest are by 5 or more. This will either be a 1-goal win, 1-goal loss, or a tie here tonight. Charleroi, it's a big game though. You have the ability to be the lone undefeated section champion in 2A. That's a big deal when it comes to seeding. Do you get the 1 seed? You moved up from 1A to 2A. And if you are the lone undefeated section champion, it'd be hard-pressed not to give you the 1 seed. Well, it looked good till the 9:10 mark as the Vikings got the equalizer. Now we play in overtime. And not saying most teams have 2 blemishes on their record, whether it be a loss and a tie, that are going to be section champions. So Charleroi's still a possibility at the 1 seed. Them losing is not me saying that 1 seed's out of the question. Good Mount Pleasant team, 12-5, 11-2. I mean, it's a very good Mount Pleasant team. Again, as Charleroi has first touch in OT. But again, you kind of take all question of a doubt where you seed yourself, you think, because you would be the lone undefeated 2A section champion. Still, even a tie, you're the lone undefeated section champion, but you do have 1 blemish with a tie. Near side, Hartley, can he be the hero? Into space, it's Barkis and Landon. Barkis just runs it out of bounds. Landon, couple of plays he's going to want back here in the latter stages of this one. So Landon Barkis struggling here in the latter moments. As near side, again, the Cougars can't get there, and Landon Barkis now reaching for his back. Goal kick coming here. Charleroi has started this OT number one with the pressure. Can they find Paydert? There's Garn. He started the scoring today. First look for Mount Pleasant in overtime. Garn, far side, Henderson. Henderson now up the gut. McIntyre finds Barkis. Barkis in. Barkis has to stop up. Looking back off of Otis McIntyre. McIntyre to Barkis. Landon Barkis. Barkis cuts across the end line in front. Looking at Klinger up top. Pendo. Hartley has it knocked away. Hartley down on the deck. And the whistle blows. A pair injured, one aside. There's another Cougar cramping. We're going to step aside as they tend to the two injured players down on the deck. When we come back, more action right here on MVI Live, powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, Planet Roof.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com. E-Paint's proudly serving the community since 2021, offering home service for both residential and commercial properties. At E-Paint's, we will work with you to plan every step of the process and ensure that your satisfaction is met. With a team of experts and a variety of professional services available, you can be sure that your house will be taken care of. From the smallest to largest task, E-Paints believes your home deserves top priority service. For more information, visit epaintsанdepoxy.com or call 412-559-8515. E-Paints, quality professional services that you can trust.
Hartley and Tyke Snyder both back up, both off to the benches under their own power. Great to see after that nasty-looking collision in the near side box as we stay tied here in OT number one. Charleroi was up 2-1 until the final 10 minutes. That's when the Vikings' Tyke Snyder got the equalizer. OT underway once again here from the pot. As Charleroi takes over, free kick, Pendo drives it, box, and they rushed it, and they're going to make him reset and do it again. Instead of Pendo, it'll be Gage Patterson. So allow everybody to set back up. Patterson surveys. Gage looking over his options. Patterson, right foot high, backside, knocked away. Henderson, now driven, long range, deflected out by Gardner. A long-range drive by Charleroi earns a corner. It was Luke Maison almost winning it. Patterson in the corner. Has it teed up. OT number 1. Can Charleroi stay perfect? Gage Patterson drive in, headed away and knocked out. Throw in for the Vikings. Just outside the near side pole in the corner. Clock continues to dwindle down in the opening OT frame. Amoroso pressures, now down the line and out, throw in Charleroi, Gage Patterson. Patterson, near side, Patterson, McIntyre, Arlo working in. Arlo drops it back. Now Maison finds a man streaking as it was Klinger. Knocked out in another corner for the Cougars. Number 6. Amoroso will head out. Back into the game for Charleroi is Ethan Hartley. Gage Patterson halfway through overtime 1. Patterson, right foot, bends it backside post. As McIntyre shot blocked down. Now body down near side, pop back free. As it's a foot race for it. As Bankosh drives it back to Johnson. The leading scorer, Aiden Johnson. Johnson down the middle. Burkholder misses. Game on the foot. Garn fires. He scores! OT winner for the Vikings of Mount Pleasant. As undefeated no more. Garn starts it. He ends it. 2 goals tonight for Garn, his 6th and 7th of the season. A misplay on the back line, and the Vikings win it in overtime. 3-2, your final score. Mount Pleasant and Charleroi, their first loss of the season, as the Cougars face adversity here tonight. As we will take a break, come back, recap, send you on your way right here on MVI Live, powered by Planet Roof.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com. E-Paint's proudly serving the community since 2021, offering home service for both residential and commercial properties. At E-Paint's, we will work with you to plan every step of the process and ensure that your satisfaction is met. With a team of experts and a variety of professional services available, you can be sure that your house will be taken care of. From the smallest to largest task, E-Paints believes your home deserves top priority service. For more information, visit epaintsанdepoxy.com or call 412-559-8515. E-Paints, quality professional services that you can trust.
Mount Pleasant on the road and hand Charleroi the loss, as no undefeated section champions will come out of 2A. That snaps a 23-game winning streak inside the section for the Charleroi Cougars as they fall here tonight in overtime. Your E-Paints player of the game, that belongs to Garn of the Vikings. Goals number 6 and 7 on the season, and Garn gets the winner in overtime, and Charleroi falls to 14-1, 13-1. Mount Pleasant now 13-5, 12-2 in section play. Brackets out tomorrow. Garn started the scoring with his 6th of the season. It was Amoroso and McIntyre making it 2-1 Charleroi. That lasted till the final 10 minutes. It was a game-tying goal by Tyke Snyder before Garn won it in overtime with his 7th of the season, 2nd of the game, as Mount Pleasant knocks off Charleroi 3-2 in overtime. That will do it for us. We'll see you come Friday night, Southmoreland EF here on the network. But until then, I'm Alex Lyon saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time right here on MVI Live, powered by Pittsburgh's top area roofing company, our good friends at Planet Roof.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.